All right, good early evening. We're going to be set for this next set of post-game press conferences. Starting things off will be the McCracken County's head coach, Burlin Brower, and he's going to be joined by number 3, Noah Dumas, and number 11, Max Blackwell. We have student athletes with us, and now we're waiting on coach. Just 1 second. Just as a reminder, questions are being funneled through the chat feature of Zoom, so go ahead and start putting those there. For anything you'd like me to ask, we'll take as many as we can in a time slot. Also, be aware you are given permission to record this event live if you're on a machine with that capability. We're trying to set everybody that logs in already to that feature, but if you can't, just send us a message in chat and we'll take care of it as soon as we can.
No, I think we'll keep the mask on, guys.
All right, Coach Brower, if you could just give an opening statement, just your general thoughts on how you thought that game went. It's really a good one from start to finish.
Well, I thought we jumped out to a good start. That was big. Anytime you get up here and you can get off to a good start, that's probably one of the most important things. You don't want to have to play from behind. And it seemed like we did that, and especially in the second quarter. You know, some of our guys come off the bench, and Max Blackwell come in, buried 2 big threes. That was big for us. Then, like I say, late, we kind of struggled handling the ball a little bit. But I made a few turnovers, but it seemed like in the end we found a way to get back. And Case and Tilford made some free throws, which was big. And Ian Hart was really big in the fourth quarter. You know, we were able to rest some people tonight. The biggest thing is right now we're able to go to our bench a little bit, and that's really helping us to get guys rested. So like an Ian Hart can come in the fourth quarter and really explode for us.
So I've got quite a few questions here. We'll start with Larry Vaught. Coach, could you talk about the balance in your offense and how important that 11-0 run to close the first half was?
Well, that's big. You know, I think, you know, that's kind of your senior leaders and your best offensive player. He's not afraid to, make certain somebody get the ball if we need it. He doesn't feel like he has to be selfish and go out. If he's got a good defender on her and we feel like we got mismatches, Noah's really good about finding the right guy. He's been with me for a long time, and he knows how to run a point, true point guard. And like I say, he found Blackwell there for a couple of times right before the halftime. Also made a nice full court bank shot to end the half. But that's the biggest thing. I think there's a lot of unselfishness on his team. These guys are they're very, very, very close, I have to say. And, we bring, like I said, Blackwell and Jack McCune both off the bench. And those guys come off, and everybody has full confidence in those guys.
This question's from Josh Moore, and it's for Max. Where did that performance come from? A season high in points and hitting big shots on a big floor.
Just confidence. I mean, coaches and all my teammates had my back the whole way. They just told me to go in there and do what I do. So give all thanks to them.
Great. For Coach, how comfortable could you tell the guys were on the floor?
I really felt like after the first minute or so, it seemed like they calmed in. I think our seniors, Ian McCune going and getting a couple of easy buckets early, that was big. Noah making a couple mid-range shots and a big 3 there in that first half of that game. They have a calming effect on our juniors. We've kind of told those guys, we got some guys that haven't played a lot of varsity ball coming in this year, but I just kind of feel like those seniors do a really good job of making those guys feel comfortable. I thought Ian Hart kind of got off to a slower start, but it seemed like to me as the game went on, especially in the second quarter, he made a big 3. But there late, he stepped in there and made a big 3 late. So I think you got to give a lot of that to our seniors.
This is going to be for Noah. You had a big first quarter. The question's from Larry Vaught.
Yeah.
You had a big first quarter, and I think you only took 5 shots the rest of the game. Just kind of what went into that? Were you finding your teammates, or was the defense just keying on you?
I mean, yeah, I couldn't really get a good shot off, so I attacked and hit the open guy every time I could. I rather win than score 30, so that's how I like to play.
I think to add to that too is Noah's Player of the Year in Region 1. I might be the 6th or 7th highest scoring guy in Region 1. But I think the biggest thing all the coaches and the voters see is, how good a team member he is and how he makes certain we win. And when it's all said and done, I kind of think that's what it's all about. Wins and losses, not worry about individual scoring.
Yep.
Josh Moore had an overall question. You put together several runs when they closed the gap. Has that been a common occurrence this year, or were they particularly hard to put away?
They were. I got to give those guys credit. It seemed like every time we would kind of feel like we were going to kind of do some separation, the Powell kid would step up and make a big old 3. And, those guys are physical. They got to the rim some, but like I said, I got to give those guys some credit, but we were able to handle that run. I think they cut it to 3 at one time. and then we end up being able to extend it back out.
Adam Wells. Coach, did you see that performance coming from Blackwell, and how important is it to get contributions from different players?
Yeah, Max has been playing really good here lately. And, we've told him and Jack McCune both, those guys will start for most teams throughout our region, even the state. Absolute full confidence. Pretty much every night, he knows exactly when he's coming in. It didn't surprise me one bit the way he's been playing.
Mr. Wells also wanted to know, Noah, what's it like seeing Max getting going and fueling the team like that?
It's an amazing feeling seeing a guy come off the bench, could be a possible starter, and he doesn't whine about his time, and he comes in and makes big shots. So it's amazing.
We'll give it a couple more seconds on the chat. Anyone in the media that has a question for these guys on the stage, go ahead and type that in. Okay, we have one more here. It's from what is the biggest thing that needs to get done between now and tomorrow night?
Well, Highlands is good. I mean, they shoot the ball awfully well, and we've got to figure out a way to stay out on their shooters, but also be able to keep them from, getting us to the front of the rim. We haven't really had much time to watch tape on them, but from everything, I've kind of got a glimpse of their game earlier, their last game with Muhlenberg, and man, those guys can score it in bunches. So, we're going to get back right now, enjoy this for a little while until we eat, and, the coaching staff will sit down. We'll start trying to figure out some way to win the next game.
All right. I think that'll do it. I heard eat, and that means time to cut this off.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys.
All right, thanks.
Thank you all so much. On the way to the media room now is Jason Couch and Bullitt East. He is bringing number 10, Collin Powell, and number 14, Will Blanford. They are on their way now. If you have any questions for that trio, go ahead and put them in the chat. It always helps if you can address who you'd like the question to go to as you open your question. Just a reminder to everyone to stay online with us. Bullitt East is en route to the interview room. It would be just a slight delay, and then we'll get started with Bullitt East. Okay, our representatives from Bullitt East are on their way into the room now. As a reminder, it'll be head coach Jason Couch. He is joined by number 10, Collin Powell, and number 14, Will Blanford. We got to keep our mask on. That'd be great. All right. Hey, Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Pretty good question here from Andrew Chernoff, which we can use to open things up with. How impressed are you with your team's ability to fight back after getting behind early?
Well, it was really the first time since the district semifinal that things didn't go to plan as much as we'd like. We really had a good run starting with the district final where we got off to some pretty good starts, and the first quarter wasn't bad. But I was really proud of them. A team as good as McCracken County, they're extremely well coached. They shoot the ball really well. And, I was just really, really proud of them because they could have stopped. There were a couple of times that looked like we were going to, get it to 4 or 5, and then they'd spread it back out. And so, but that last final run in the fourth quarter was really impressive. And I told the guys in the locker room, I said, when we cut it to 3, I just thought we were going to win. I thought we had the momentum and we were playing really well. And, we just they just made a few more plays and kind of took control of the game. But yes, I was extremely proud of the way we came back there.
Jason Frakes, Courier Journal. Coach Couch, McCracken County hit 3 threes during that 11-0 run to close the first half. What did you see during that?
Well, we had, our little point guard, Cam Brogan, picked up his second one was just a real nickel and dimer kind of. And, sometimes as a coach, you're like, well, we're just going to have to play him some. But we played so good throughout the second quarter. We just kept hanging in there. And I think those last couple of minutes, it kind of hurt us. Some other guys played a few more minutes than they normally would have. And, Cam he helps us with our tempo. And I just felt like there was a stretch there where we needed an extra boost. And it was one of those deals where, they started making that run, but there was like a minute and some left. It was still just a 4 or 5 point game. And, I hated to put him in there and all of a sudden he picked up his third, with just a minute to go. So it was one of those coaching decisions. Obviously, if you could do it again, I'd probably go ahead and get him in there for just a couple minutes to see. But a couple of times I thought we turned and we didn't close out really good on those guys. Our game is predicated on getting to the free throw line. And I felt like, just the flow of the game. I thought in the first half, the way the game was called, it really wasn't our benefit, and I felt like the second half, we got to the free throw line more. We got some body fouls as we were trying to get it to the basket. So I think that helped. But I think that last couple of minutes, we were a little stagnant, needed some more tempo. And, they just made that little run. And then it was hard for us to kind of come back from that.
This question is from Larry Vaught. Coach, talk about the turnovers. Did they hurt you early in the game?
Yeah, I thought so. I think we missed Cam, I think a lot. We did a pretty good job. McCracken County does a good job of picking and choosing. And to be honest, when they come with their pressure, to be honest with you, I was hoping they would pressure us a little bit more. I've seen some stretches where, they get out and do some more 2-2-1 stuff and try to do some more aggressive trapping. And, the turnovers hurt us a little bit, but I still welcome that, because when they just sit down in the half court and guard you, they're very physical and they're hard to score on. So I was hoping they would extend that a little bit more. I wish we'd had Cam in there just a few more minutes. I think that could have helped.
For Collin, and of course you'd like to be playing some more games, but you still got to get to the Sweet 16, which is a feat in itself in this state. What did you all say in the locker room after the game to each other, just talking about what you accomplished?
I mean, we really just embracing the fact that we got here and that we won the 6th region, and just embracing our last moments together, saying we love each other, all that.
And Will, when things were going well for you all out there, what makes this team play well?
We just have players that make us go. And we have our bench is really energetic. That's what helped us a lot. A few juniors and sophomores on the bench that keep us going, no matter if we're down by 20 or up by 20. So they keep us going.
To look in the stands, see all the people supporting you, and just after a year that I'm sure was tough for everyone, just what did that mean to you to see, your fellow students and everyone in the stands?
Feels great. They've been there, like when they can come, even though limited tickets and everything, they try to get to all the games. So it really means a lot.
Give the last couple seconds. Maybe wants to fill a question into the chat. We'll just pause for about 5 seconds here. We'll wait for any. Okay, and then we'll end on this. Andrew Chernoff, for the both players, what will you remember about this team?
Just how just how like close everybody was together. Like last year's team, I don't feel like everybody was close, but like this year, like our chemistry was crazy and I loved it. So yeah.
Just how close we got, just what he said. And I could hang out with these guys forever, and I just really love that and really treat them like family. Nobody really ever argued or anything. And I had younger guys teaching me lessons, and I was teaching them lessons. So I feel like everybody was helping each other out, and I love that. I'm going to miss it.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, players.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.